Hi peeps, I'm going to show you how to make a homemade authentic chicken pho by using our DIY pho kit. So this is what it comes in. You have rice noodle, fish sauce, the dipping sauce, which is hoisin and sriracha, the herb bag, and the kit comes in this pretty little cotton bag that you see right here. And in there, you will have all the detailed instructions, by the way, of what to do, what to get, and so on and so forth. So there are two parts to it. So this is more like a shelf stable. So everything that, you can store in your pantry up to 6 months, so you can take it out and cook it any day of the week that you want. And as far as the fresh ingredients, you would need, what I have here is about 5 to 6 pounds of chicken. So you want bone in. It gives you a lot more flavor than just, like a chicken breast or chicken thighs separate like that. So preferably, you don't have to, but preferably it's a whole chicken. And as far as the fresh ingredients, you need maybe 4 stalks of green onion, the cilantro, that's a must. And the onion I have here is the red onion, but you can use yellow onion, whichever will work. I always want to use lime in my pho broth. It really enhances the taste. So this is basically it. And the process is so simple. What I always say is, if you can boil water, you can make pho. Trust me. So let's get cooking. So to speed up the process, I have 2 pots of water going on at once. One to cook the chicken broth in, and the other one is to cook the noodles. I have about 4 quarts of water for the broth and 5 quarts for cooking the noodle. I put the chicken in here already with 2 teaspoons of salt and bring it to a boil, okay? So once it gets into a boil, then you want to put in your herb bag, just this, put it in here, and add the fish sauce. So to add the fish sauce, I would just add like 1/3 of a bottle to start, and you can re-season it or add more. You can always add more, you can't take out. So after it's cooked, you can taste it and add more as you choose. Okay, so I will add like 1/3 of a bottle. This is about good. And let it cook. So I have brought this to a boil, and it's been boiling for 10 minutes. So now I'm going to turn it to medium heat, okay, and cook it for another 20 minutes or until the chicken is done. And that's it. And that's when you can start seasoning the broth to your liking. Either add more salt or more fish sauce to taste. So my noodle pot, it's boiling. I decided to make only half of the portion of the noodles that came with the kit, because I can always, make it fresh the next day that I eat. And then you make sure that you dunk it in and stir it around a little bit so that they don't stick to each other. So while the broth and the noodle are cooking, I went ahead and I sliced up the onion. You want to slice it as thinly as possible, but if you can't, it's equally good if you have to go a little bit thicker. And slice up also the green onion and the cilantro, and then mix them up. So this is what you have as a final product for your garnish. So after cooking the noodles for 5 to 7 minutes, you want to strain it and then running cold water through the noodle to kind of rinse off some of the starch. And then move it into a serving bowl so you can serve it into smaller bowls when you're ready. So I think our chicken is done. The broth is ready. What I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the herb bag, okay, and then I'm going to take out the chicken. Be very careful. And that's it. So now what you want to do is you want to taste your broth and to see whether or not you need to add more fish sauce or salt. For me, it tastes perfect. So basically I added 2 teaspoons of salt and a 1/3 bottle of the fish sauce. But you do it your own way and your own taste. But this is perfect for me. So once your chicken is cooled down a little bit, that you want to kind of cut in the middle, take the breast meat out, like this. I mean, you may choose to take off the skin or you can leave on the skin. It's your preference. And then you take out the dark meat. Sometimes you can eat the entire drumstick like this, or you can cut out the meat. Just peel it off like this. And then cut it into smaller pieces. That's it. So now we're ready to make our bowl of pho. So excited. I'm going to use my hands. Our hands are our best tools. So the first thing you want to do is to put in as much noodle as you want, or as little as you want. I'm going to want that much. And put in your chicken. I have a mixture of the white meat and the dark meat. And we put in our garnish on top like this. Doesn't that look delicious? I wish you could smell it. So and then now we're gonna pour the broth. This is our finished bowl of pho. And the last thing you want to do is squeeze in the lime juice like this. And it's ready. Well, it's been fun cooking with you. Come fuck it up with us. Cheers.